longer it's working. You gotta let go of that stuff from the past because it just doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is what you choose to be now. Record everything, what you eat, your training habits, how you feel. But don't do it alone. Get a partner. That partner is a champion to pairs of two because you battle yourself in perfection. There are going to be days, man, when you're dragging ass. There's every excuse in the world why not to go to the gym. Having that partner is going to ensure you get there.
We have to break the barriers within our minds, within the world. It starts with yourself. It starts with yourself. You got to break the barriers down within yourself and just go there. You got to go to yourself.
The bad days create the story that I'm one day going to tell myself about what I got through. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 1, 2.
Without the bad
3,
days, the
4,
story would be
5,
way more like
6, 7.
There would be no glory in overcoming anything that you overcome. It was all just 40 to 60.
Pop number 1.
Vanilla ice cream rush,
so.
gray, like existence.
Yeah. And you're gonna have to go through hell, worse than any nightmare that you ever dreamed. But in the end, you know you'll be the one standing.
But you can't wait till it line up. You gotta jump. If you ever planning on soaring, you're gonna have to jump. Now, I don't suggest you jumping like I did. That ain't for the faint of heart. But if you don't do it now, when you gonna do it? So, I jump.
You can be anything you want to be. You know, the saddest thing in life is wasted talent. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't do the right thing, then nothing happens. But when you do right, guess what? Good things happen.
When you want to excel at something, what must you have? Did I just hear somebody say passion in the audience? You know what passion is? Passion is an emotion. It's an emotion without an action. Passion will get you nowhere. Inner drive will get you nowhere unless you act on it. You have to act on your passion. You have to act on your inner drive. Don't let those feelings stay inside you. You got to know what to do with them. You got to know how to make them work in order to get what you want.
Self-worth. A building block nugget of life that I could stack up to create the character of morality, integrity, and dedication to face any adversity that this society throws at me. That will make me break every reality dream into that forefront. It turns the dreams into a walk of inspiration for others, a reality that you can put on the mantle one day.
Get a motherfucker alive that can get it like me. That's a 7-time world champion guarantee.
You go. Because the idea isn't going to execute itself. And the book isn't going to write itself. And the weights out in the gym, they're not going to move themselves. You have to do it, and you have to do it now. And that means you got to stop thinking about it and stop dreaming about it. Just start doing it. Take that first step and make it happen.
Inside Arms Bar. What's inside matters.
1,
RX Bar.
2,
no BS.
3, 4, 5.
Hey there, no need to adjust your TV,
7,
or more likely your phone.
8,
You're watching
9,
a recycled commercial.
10.
See, at Mid-Mobile,
Pop number 4.
ways to
We only got 660 more. Grab a towel, find the floor.
So instead of paying for a new commercial, we're reusing this whole one. And that means we can afford to keep offering you premium wireless for just $15 a month. We only made one change. You probably didn't even notice.
At Planet Fitness, there's a number of ways to get strong, and they all add up to one membership, the Planet Fitness Black Card. Access any location, bring a friend anytime, and recover in the Black Card Spa.
One more, everybody.
We're all strong on this planet, Planet Fitness.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You have to work harder than you think you possibly can. You can't hold grudges. It's hard. And it doesn't matter how you get knocked down in life, because that's going to happen. All that matters is that you got to get up.
He's hurting me. I know you said it. I'm out of strength. You negotiate with your body to find more strength, but don't you give up on me, Brock. You keep going, you hear me? You keep going. You're doing good. You keep going. Do not quit on me. You keep going. It hurt. I know it hurt. You keep going.
Those days when I'm tired or worn out or just basically sick of the grind, what do I do on those days? I go anyways. I get it done, even if I'm just going through the motions. I go through the motions.
Everybody's great when they're not tired. The champions is when they're tired. That's when the real champions come out. That's when the real dog come out. Because if you go fight a puppy, stay on the porch. And let the big dog see. Let them know you feel.
Pop number 6.
Keep going.
I do this shit just for fucking kicks.
30 more steps. Keep going, Brock. Come on. Keep going. Burn. And let it burn. It's so hard. You keep going, Brock. Come on.
I will never quit, because if you quit, you're done. You may still be alive, walking around on this earth. I will never quit. I will persevere and I will thrive on adversity. My team expects me to be physically harder and mentally stronger than our opponents. I hold myself to that standard. I will be physically harder and mentally stronger than anything that comes against me, my family, my business, my brothers, my sisters, my team. I will be the one that is physically harder and mentally stronger. And I will work to maintain that position.
Say a prayer.
We gotta believe, we gotta be mentally strong. When we tired, that's when we gotta put our fundamentals together. That's when we gotta be more focused.
Quitting guarantees the failure. Once you quit, it rules out any chance of succeeding. The mere waking up every day, putting the next foot in front of the next foot, at least keeps you in the game. And if God is waking you up continually every morning, once God wakes you up, that's a sign from God that He ain't through with you. That He has something more for you in store that He hasn't given to you. That's why you wake up every day. Because God has more for you.
I don't look at failure as failure. I look at failure as
Pop number 8.
first, second, third,
Looking
fourth,
good and
fifth,
feeling
tenth.
fucking great.
I look at them as
Number 8.
I don't look at anything as failure. Because when you're going to try to do something, not trying is failure. That's not some after school special shit. But when you're able to go out there, there's no failure. It's attempts. Because when you're trying to do something that's bigger than you, whatever you are, whoever you are, if you're paralyzed trying to walk one step and you didn't fail, motherfucker. That's your first attempt. If that's your biggest thing, that's how your mindset needs to go into everything. So I don't look at it as failure is a big word that gets people down. We get so much power in words. I don't. I take the power right away. I didn't feel shit.
Don't take it today.
1, 2,
Today.
3,
Wait until
4, 5,
Don't
6,
give in
7,
to the immediate
8,
gratification
9,
that is whispering in your
10.
ear. Shut up.
Pop number 9.
Do not listen.
Looking good,
to that
feeling fine.
voice. Instead, go through the motions. Lift the weights, sprint the hill, work on the project, get out of bed. As an overall rule, I do not like procrastination. You need to get things done. But if you are going to rest, that is one thing that you should procrastinate on. That's the one thing I want you to put off until tomorrow.
I think if you want a certain outcome, it's going to take a certain amount of effort, and that's reality. If you want to build a multi-billion-dollar operation that changes people's lives, that's going to go down in history as one of the great iconic American companies, that's going to take a little bit more than linear conveyance. Okay, and then there's levels in between. The ultimate lesson here is this: everybody's on their own path. And I don't want to judge someone for
Pop number 10. All I do is win. That's 100 in the bag. We only got 6
times in my life where I knew I needed to do something, and then I filled all this extra time not doing that thing. And then the moment I did it, I was like, wow, that took way less time than I thought it was going to take. I just eliminate all external distractions, that's what's going on, and just focus on the process itself and enjoying chopping wood, carrying water. Greatness is not meant for a few chosen people. It's meant for those who persistently pursue their dreams every day and make that choice when they wake up. So just a mentality, really. As much as I would love to be up here and tell you guys all of what I'm thinking. I just know that the process itself is something I need to focus on rather than trying to appease anybody in here. You know, the game itself is the most important thing. It's the object to win. So for the same thing that I was looking for when I was a kid, some type of inspiration, aspiration, coming from people that do amazing things, but they're really ordinary people just waking up every day doing the little things that other people aren't doing. So
When you're in the fucking game, great things happen and really bad things happen. And you got to take it all in stride. You got to pick yourself up the next day, strap your fucking shoes back on and get out there and go to fucking war again. Listen, every day when you get out of bed, life's standing right there to kick you in the fucking face, man. Could be anything. Could be you get up and you walk downstairs, you have a fucking flat tire and you're late for work and you got this and that. Life is going to throw all kinds of crazy shit, right?
How did you get to where you are? You know how to do it. You know exactly how to be you or how to be me. You don't want to do it. So I can't make you, maybe a little bit of luck, but the luck happens after you bust your ass and you put yourself in that lucky situation. Luck doesn't happen. You put yourself in that situation where luck might fucking happen. And that's what people don't know. But to get there, luck ain't gonna happen. You have to put yourself in that situation, man. It takes a lot of work.
Really, the truth is, most people need to shut the fuck up and focus on that version of themselves they want to become and actually be willing to become it. And that's what's ultimately going to create the fulfillment that you're looking for. It's not going to be your cold plunge. It's not going to be your morning routine. It's not going to be your journaling. It's not going to be your grounding. It's not going to be your granola lunch. It's not going to be you living in the fucking van. It's not going to be your therapy. It's going to be the work that you fucking do to become that version of yourself that is the exact version that you know you're supposed to become, and then being proud of it.
If you want to know something about yourself, sit on your bed one night and say to yourself, you got to mean this. Like, you got to be desperate. This is no game, this. My life is not everything I want it to be. And perhaps it's not everything that I need it to be. And by need, I mean my life is so unbearable that the suffering that's attendant upon that has made me nihilistic, cynical, bitter, resentful, homicidal,
say a prayer.
Driving the proclivity to see evil everywhere except within my own heart. Like, these are problems, man. And you ask yourself, you sit on the bed and say, okay, man, I'm ready to learn something. Like, what's one thing I'm doing wrong that I know I'm doing wrong that I could fix, that I would fix?
It reads, it's all in your mind. Whatever you continue to get what you have always gotten. If you want different results in your life or your work, all you have to do is change your mind.
The biggest risk to your future isn't your competition. It's the distractions you insist on keeping in your life rather than doing the things you...
More people are right about the fact, they're like, hey, you're not going to hit it big. And guess what? A month in, you're not. But they're only measuring on months. And in 6 months, you're also not going to hit it big. And they're going to be like, I'm still fucking right. And in a year, you're still not going to hit it big. And they'll still be fucking right. And every day that you haven't hit it, they're going to feel like they were right. But they're wrong. Because they're measuring that.
Go out and get it, because I can tell you right now, every single one of you out there
Pop,
have exactly what you deserve.
nice and fucking clean.
Because you've got to pay a price to be the best. The best pay a big price. You've got to work harder, you've got to commit more, you've got to take more responsibility, you've got to do more ups and downs. And if we can deal with that question, how much you're willing to suffer, they work enormously hard. They sacrifice enormous things in order to get that success.
So embracing the suck, it really is something that you have to tell yourself, because we don't want to embrace the suck. You know, not even me. I don't want to embrace the suck, but it comes down to a lot, man. Like, I'm all about trying to be the best leader I can. You know, so through all these things in life, man, to be your best person, you have to find your best self. And to do that, you can't stay in a comfortable world. You have to be very, not always uncomfortable, you know, you got to find a spot that's not so comfortable.
Confidence and fear both require believing in something that hasn't happened yet. At a certain point, you have to consider choosing to be afraid.
Everybody has a turn back moment. You have a moment where you can go forward or you can give up. But the thing you have to keep in mind before you give up is that if you give up, the guarantee is it will never happen. That's the guarantee of quitting, that it will never happen nowhere under the sun. The only way the possibility remains that it can happen is if you never give up no matter what. Because God is always coming. He's never too late.
If your life was a movie, what would the key scenes be? I think that's important when you're looking backward. But a much better one, if your life was a movie and people were watching up to this point, what would the audience be screaming at the screen, telling you to do with your life? What would they be? Just, it's fucking obvious. Leave the job. Leave the room. Get like it's your brother. It's the fucking killer's hiding in the cupboard, whatever it might be. What would the audience watching the movie of your life be screaming at the screen, telling you to do?
Well, somebody tell myself daily, so I make sure I do at least one thing every day that sells. It can be for an hour, it can be for 2 hours, sometimes it's for 10 hours. But every day I do something to strengthen the mind. We're all looking for this great mythical mental toughness. Mental toughness doesn't come from sitting on the couch. It doesn't come from wishing it would come true. It comes from putting in the work. And you have to start developing your mindset. Mindset is not developed by wishing. Mindset is developed by doing and actually putting into practice.
Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today.
Yes.
Because you need to have a hierarchy of improvement. You need to be aiming for something. And that means you're going to be lesser than people who've already attained along that dimension. And that can give rise to envy. So the question is, who should you defeat in the final analysis? And the answer is you should defeat your former self. You should be constantly trying to do that. And you're the right control for yourself too, because you're the one who's had all your advantages and disadvantages. And so if you want to compete fairly with someone, then you should be competing with you.
I think the best way to prove your value is to work, is to learn, is to absorb, to be a sponge. You always want to outwork your potential. As hard as you believe you can work harder than that.
If you're improving yourself, then what you are doing is competing with your lesser self. And then you might also ask, well, what is that lesser self? And that lesser self would be resentful and bitter and aggressive and vengeance-seeking and all of those things that go along with having a moral character. Those are things that interfere with your ability to progress as a people. So it's very necessary to understand that this is why, I've been stressing this idea of personal responsibility. So, personal responsibility is to compete with yourself, is to be slightly better than yourself the next day. And it's better in some way than you actually manage, and that's humility. It's right. Like, well, I'm a flawed person. I've got all my problems. Could I be as good as person X? It's like not the right question. The right question is, could you be slightly better tomorrow than your currently flawed self? And the answer to that is, if you have enough humility to set the bar properly low, then you could be better tomorrow than you are today.
I think the mental health is the most important thing in the world because the mind wants to have control over you. You need to have control over your own mind. So that's all about the mental health. Your mind's going to always guide you in a spot that wants to make you feel comfortable and nice and secure. And it's in those spots that there's no growth. Without friction, there's no growth. So that's why I constantly preach about you have to get outside that comfort zone to find that every day in your life.
But to me, it's whatever the moment or the situation demands. And I'm a bottom line oriented kind of person. I have an assistant. I have people who work for me. I have people who work with me. They'll tell you I'm a very bottom line kind of guy. If you tell me that the job is going to get done, and the job is going to get done in an excellent fashion, and it requires 90% effort, I'll let you go with that. I'll let you get away with it. I'm not going to sweat it. But if this requires 100%, and you give me 99, I might want to fight. Because I'm about getting the job done. It's about the results. And I think that, unfortunately, when we look at our generation today, not enough people are preaching about that. Why do you think that is? Because I think that we live in a society where people have become masters of pointing the finger at other people about reasons why things don't get done.
I'm tired of the game. Like I said, you're asking kind of all the wrong questions. What's the biggest industry I can get into? It's all the wrong stuff. You gotta sit there and ask yourself, okay, what am I truly passionate about? What do I enjoy doing? And you feel that way, honestly. You feel like you'll never work a day in your life. Just most fun thing in the world. Get a bit of money and set about what you're doing. Be honest with yourself about it. You wake up in the morning and you're dreading going to work, you do something else. Do something else. And those are hard decisions to make. But when you make those decisions, it's a very liberating experience. And you find out that the rewards will come. People struggle to do things alone.
Pop.
And
number 20. Let's get this motherfucking money.
Is one
200
which means that
in the bag. We got 500 left.
Rather than fighting
for you egg-headed motherfuckers that don't know how to fucking count.
You're on the right path. Because if everyone else were cheering you on, then it means you're not in the right place. Because it means you're just like everyone else, and that's not where you want to be.
Judge yourself against no one but yourself. There is no, you're racing against no one but yourself. And when you continuously think that when you compare yourself to other people, you are losing the race. And like this race is you against you, man. So don't get caught up in all the stuff. Work on what you're doing and work on where you're going, only where you're going to be your best self.
I don't know, see what happens. I don't know, just keep positive. Again, keep believing, keep training, keep trying to learn every day. Trying to learn new every day. That's it. If the call comes, the call comes. Just believe in yourself. Believe that you're better than everyone else. You know, I always look that. Something that. So it's good, right? You know, so you do this, as good as that. Just believe in yourself. Confident, be humble, train hard. That's it. Just believe in yourself.
You know, get in the car, get to the gym, get there, and as I'm walking onto the court, who do I see? I see Kobe Bryant, already working out. And I'm like, okay, it's kind of cool. What's up, Kobe? You know, and so I put my sneakers on, and you ever get lost in what you do, where you end up like it's been an hour and a half. Like I'm here, I'm in it. So once I set my foot across that line, I started working out, and so I worked out for a good hour and a half. And when I came off, after I was done, I sat down, and of course I still heard the ball bouncing. I went down like this guy's still working out. He was working out like it looks like he was in a dead sweat when I got here. And he's still going. And it's not like his moves are nonchalant and lazy. He's doing like game moves.
If you have to ask how to get motivated to go to the gym, you don't need to be going to the gym. You don't want it. When you're sick and tired of looking and feeling like shit, you'll show up on front. I'll see you there. Because you're going to look in the mirror and you're going to be like, fuck that. You're going to want to be in the gym. And if you're going to make this a lifestyle, you have to lower the barriers, make the gym cheaper, closer, training partners, exercises you like. You have to raise the impetus, goals, inspiration, and a fucking goddamn real desire to be there. The people that have no problem showing up to the gym are the people that want to be there. And no amount of Rocky Balboa fucking movies are going to get you to that place. A lot of that is also built with the experience of having the gym be a place where you get results by pushing yourself, winning many challenges, and having fun with it.
If your definition of success is win or lose, giving everything you've got and growing or learning along the way, then you're setting yourself up for success. I really think the biggest cheat code in life is just going after it and not being concerned of whether or not you fail at one specific task. Instead, understanding the big picture, what your long-term goal is, and knowing if you keep driving forward and never fucking quit, in the end you will succeed.
Pop 21. I do this shit just for fun.
There's a million things that have happened to me in my life. I don't know which one it is, but we create these narratives around it to believe it. And I'm bringing this conceptual idea because right now many of you are creating stories that you tell yourselves to make yourself feel better about why your product isn't as good as it should be, but you have an excuse that only you need to believe. And you believe that excuse, so it excuses you from working harder on the stuff you know you should be doing but aren't. That work, the work you know you should be doing but aren't, is the opportunity, because that is the work that your competitors also aren't doing.
I'll sit there and I'll lace my shoes. I'm like, how long this goes? I'll sit out there and 25 minutes. Yeah, good. It's okay. I think that's good enough. Go play, come back, get in the sauna, get ready for the game.
22.
Okay.
Blow it up for me.
And after the game is over, I'm like, I have to ask this guy. Like, I have to understand, like, why he works like that. Right. So after the games, I'm like, hey, cool, but
why were you in the gym for so long? He's like, because I saw you come in. That it doesn't matter how hard you work, that I'm willing to work harder than you.
The value of values. What are values? Our values are fundamental principles. They're emotional and intellectual guidelines, beliefs that we have for ourselves, beliefs that we can rely on in a pinch when we're lost, frustrated, and confused. Values govern our daily interactions. They define our expectations, not only of ourselves, but usually of what we expect others to do as well. Coming up on Dad's Day, I was asking myself, what's a value that I learned as a child that should really help you become the man of the day?
23 ain't a motherfucker alive that can get it like me. And that's a fucking guarantee.
I have a resume full of fucking motivation. That whenever I'm down, like, oh, hang on, motherfucker. Oh, you know the truth. You know the truth. You know the darkness of the fucking dungeon, the fucking demons that fight. You know, and then from there, it's like, oh, okay, you know this. There was no one there to pick up the rucksack, to pick up the boat, to pick up the log, to go in there. It was you. It was you. There was no path back at 300, at 275, at 250, at 220. No, that was you. So those things that come out of me, that extract from me in the darkness, people are looking for that power back. Where is it? Oh, I don't need it. Because what I've done is the fucking unseen work. I've built Frankenstein. Whatever chick is nasty, then God just goes, we had nobody here, motherfucker.
Right, doesn't grow from there.
24.
Because you left it all day. You're the best you could have been at that moment. That's all you ever can be in every moment of life. But very few, if any, ever do that moment by moment, the carpe diem, and live it all for the most. You guys can control that. There's moments you can take it easy. You can pick and choose what moments you want to do. If you're watching a movie or sitting on the couch, whatever else, you chill in those moments. Don't fucking chill in the moments that actually create your legacy. Give it all there. And then the belief and the dreams just lives forever. And by the way, the best dreams in the world aren't the ones seen when sleeping. The best dreams are the ones lived.
And so when you talk about changing the thought process, that's the real work. Now that takes a real level of strength. They smile every single day, but their actions are the same, their words are the same, their thought process is the same. You got people that's been complaining about the same job for 60, 50, 40, 30 years. Come in every single day and complain. But I'm playing both out of rule. Like, bro, we ain't complaining about nothing that we're not willing to change. Right? If you complain about it, cool, complain.
25.
We're not complaining about nothing that we're not willing to change. So if you stay
250 in the bag.
You gotta be willing to do
We only got
your thought process,
450 left.
Right? You gotta be willing to do the work. You can speak about it all day. The easiest thing in the world to do is to complain, blame, and quit and settle. That's the easiest thing in the world to do. But it takes real work to deconstruct and to reconstruct the thought process and the mindset of an individual when they're trying to change something.
No one's gonna fucking come to help me. No one's gonna fucking come to help me. It's fucking me against me, period. And so I had to man up. And I said, the first thing I started doing is facing every fucking fear I have. No matter what the fuck it is, man. And these things would keep me up. And no one, people who are hearing it, they will never really understand and grasp when you face these things and so many things, how they keep you up and haunt you at night. Either be that 300-pound guy who sprayed for cockroaches and made $1,000 a month, or I can totally just sack it up and fail and fail and fail and try to succeed.
Pop, 26.
Something in you has to wake up.
I do this shit
and usually the
just for fucking kids. 26.
Sometimes you can read a David Goggins book because I was all this shit and then a lot more fucked up. But if you don't have a little flame, just barely, you're done. I can't light it for you. And that's the harsh reality of this life that I want to get across so fucking bad. You can watch me, you can watch you can watch fucking Rogan, Cameron Hayes, all these motherfuckers. You can go to Tony Robbins' fucking bullshit, all that shit. You do all that shit. If you could keep going back and keep spending money and spending money and spending money with no result. You wonder, wow, let me go try out David Goggins. He ain't gonna fucking help you.
9.
You have to explore, examine, the inside of yourself.
27. Say a prayer.
Your friend, a lot of people
up to heaven.
just don't fucking
27.
So people always ask me, when they saw me in the gym in the pumping iron days, they said, why is it that you're working out so hard? 5 hours a day, 6 hours a day, and you have always a smile on your face. The others are working out just as hard as you do, and they look sour in the face. Why is that? And I told people all the time, I said, because to me, I am shooting for gold. In front of me is the Mr. Universe title. So every rep that I do gets me closer to accomplishing that goal, to make this goal, this vision turn into reality.
3, 4,
every single
5,
set that I do,
6,
every
7,
repetition, every weight that I lift, gets me a step closer to turn this goal into reality.
God is processing.
Pop. 28. Like Tony the Tiger.
If he was through with you,
great.
you would wake up in the morning. He gonna fix it. Everything is first of all, let me tell you this right here. Why are you tripping? I look back on my life and all that I've been through. So the stuff I'm currently going through, I have built up enough reservoir that living in the car taught me that this ain't it. So the things I'm going through now, I know this ain't it. That he gonna come get me in a minute. People think when you get famous or rich that your problems is over. Oh, they got a whole new sound for you. They got some stuff you ain't seen. Biggie wrote a song said one time, more money, more problems. I gotta tell you something, that boy would never lie. But I'll tell you the truth right now. The problems I got right now, I'll take them. Because the problems I had when I was homeless, I don't own them.
I can tell bad times about around the corner again.
1,
I can tell all the egos of people talking about.
4,
I can't get a break in life.
6,
I hate that damn mentality, but I can't get a break. You
9,
aren't given any breaks in life. You make them for yourself. We're all
Pop,
being
29.
tested. While my
Looking
test
good,
is
it's gonna
different from
fucking
yours,
fine.
you will be tested. And how you face that test and how you overcome that test determines the rest of your life. The one mentality that you must have in life is that regardless of what's in front of you, you still must grind. I'll never be in the Olympics. I'll never be a professional athlete, but still I grind. I fail at most things I do, but still I grind. I don't want to do that shit I do, but still I grind. And that one day, you see me on a dark alley, running at 1 o'clock in the morning, know one thing.
Those I can't catch a break guys, yeah. Get them the fuck from me. I can't be around those guys. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't buy it. Because everybody has bad breaks. Yeah. I've had a shit ton of bad breaks. But you know what I did? I stayed up. Yeah. And I thought through it. And I figured out what the fuck I did wrong. And then I went back. It's like I fucked up everything I've ever done 100 times. There's no way to do it. And I've had a bunch of shitty breaks. Everybody.
Number 30.
But you gotta realize
that's 300 in the bag.
It's an opportunity
we only got
for you
400 left.
to reassess, reboot, get better, figure out another way, find another way through. It's just little challenges. And the people that look at those challenges and go, what's up with these challenges? They're cancer. Those people are dangerous to be around. They will rob you of your enthusiasm. They don't give you any fuel. They're the opposite of fuel. Yeah. Like the fuel people, they're the people that are kicking ass. The people that are out there just fucking hustling, always getting things done.
So if you are dreaming big dreams and you have clear goals and you accept total responsibility and you're doing what you love to do and you're getting better and better at it, remember, excellence is a journey, not a destination. It's not a goal at which we arrive anytime in life. We just keep working and keep working and keep working. There's a story about Ted Williams when he was the top baseball player in America, one of the highest paid, best batting averages, and so on. At the end of a doubleheader, everyone had gone home. The park was empty. And the park maintenance man was out cleaning up. And way out there with an automatic ball machine, there was a batter just slugging away at the balls. And he came out and looked at him. He said, geez, he said, you're Ted Williams. He said, yes. He said, pleased to meet you. He said, what are you doing here? All the other ball players are back at the hotel and having parties and everything else. He said, well, I'm practicing. He said, but you're the best baseball player. You're the best hitter in all of America. He said, you don't need to be out here. He said, why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? Because it's always concentrated on getting better. And of course, it pays off.
upgraded. I've been swapping in more DG brands lately, and honestly, they don't miss. Big flavor, solid quality, and way easier on my budget. From quick mac and cheese to instant mashed potatoes, I'm stocking up on all the sides that make dinner feel complete. Because if I can find new favorites and save a little while I'm at it, even better. Plus, if I forgot something, DG delivers. Big on quality, small on spend, that's the move.
Four words that'll change your life. I do it anyways. Tired? I do it anyways. No support? I do it anyways. Scared? I do it anyways. Afraid of failure? I do it anyways. Fear of rejection? I do it anyways. You don't build an amazing life or business or relationship by waiting for the perfect moment. You do it by showing up every day, regardless of how you feel. You do it anyways.
You're tired? Great, get to work. You're heartbroken? Great, get to work. Because if you can show up to work every single day despite of what you're going through, you're going to develop an unstoppable version of yourself.
Fuck your tired body, fuck that unmotivated mind, and you're on your way. You want to be the one that says, fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway. I know I don't feel good today, but I'm going to go out there and I'm going to prove to myself that even on days that it doesn't feel right.
Then how do you grow? Do it. Do it. And do it. And do it. That's the
Top 31.
You're fighting.
Come get you.
That's reality. You lay down is the minute that all those demons and all that anxiety and all that stress and all that fear can get you. You have to keep fighting. You have to wake up and do your fucking job. Even if you have to crawl through it, you've got to get up and do it.
When I wake up in the morning, I don't think, am I motivated to go do what I'm supposed to do? No, I don't think about it for 1 millisecond. When the alarm clock goes off, I have no thought about whether this is easy, whether this is hard, whether I want to do it, whether I don't want to do it. None of that matters. It's an emotionless, thoughtless discipline. When the alarm clock goes off, you get up, you get out of bed, you go do what you're supposed to do.
Top 32.
It's just a
This is what the fuck I do.
Discipline, and it's life.
Champions find a way to make it happen. No matter how long it takes, they find a way.
The person who grinds the hardest always gets it. Hard work beats talent every time. Remember that.
I think a lot of people assume that self-belief is kind of the answer to what it is that they're looking to do. You can just do things. You can just do it anyway. You can do it tired. You can do it with no self-belief. You can do it when you don't want to. You can do it when you think it's not going to work. You can just do things. I've learned that you can have no self-esteem and show up anyway. Self-belief is overrated. Generate evidence.
Go do something. Do the best thing that you can think of. Put the best plan you have into practice. It's not going to be perfect, and it will change along the way.
Pop,
but it will
33.
change partly because you become
Find the
disciplined
floor.
pursuing the path. And
Find
as
a
you
towel.
become disciplined, you become wiser. And as you become wiser,
Come get with me,
you
30 fucking
formulate
3.
better and better plans.
I'm 33 and I've dedicated my whole life to this. I had no teenage life. I had no young adult life because guess what? While all my friends and people who I knew were out drinking and partying and enjoying life, what was I doing? Running 10 miles down the road in the fucking rain. And then people say to me, you know what, you're lucky. I'm lucky because I fucking worked all the hours that God gave me. I'm lucky because I pushed it further than everybody else would dare to do.
So if you wake up in the morning and you don't want to do something, you don't care enough about yourself. And that's what you need to really research is, man, why am I not doing this for myself? Because that is the number one purpose in life.
3,
is to better
4,
oneself.
5,
So the reason
6,
I get up every day, even though there's no race, there's no school, there's nothing in front of me,
9,
is because I have pride in myself.
10.
It's 1 a.m. I'm going
Pop, 34. We only got 360 more. Find a towel, find a floor. It's more.
To be the best, you got to work overtime. To be the best, you got to work overtime.
So everyone out there whose dreams are scaring you, who make you want to quit, just go quit. It's good. Your dreams should be big. They should be scary. Just keep pushing through. I have this thing I say, champion mentality. It's not about winning. It's not about a trophy. It's about having no quit. It's about giving everything you have so that when you show up on game day, before the results are over, you're proud of yourself. You know the work you put in.
Why would you not go for it? Why would you not take a chance? At one point in time, You got to take a chance on you. What's the matter with you? There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
1, 2, 3.
What's stopping you?
5, 6.
Are you too tired?
7, 8.
Don't get enough sleep? Don't have enough energy? Don't have enough time? Is that what's stopping you right now?
Pop, 35.
Is that the thing?
Thank God I'm alive.
Or is the thing that's
350 in the bag. We got 350 left.
Think about it.
Let's go, champ. Light work.
And then go get some.
There's several days I don't want to do shit. I procrastinate like a motherfucker. This is one of those days, man. I put my shoes and my socks and my shorts on every day. Woke up this morning, just stared at them. Didn't want to do shit. Didn't know why I was doing shit. A lot of times we forget how badass we are.
Whenever I get to a low point where I think, why do I even bother? I just remind myself, this is when most people stop, and this is why they don't win. And this relates to another one, which is a reminder for the gladiators in the arena who feel beat up and scarred with no hope in sight. Building a business is hard. Hard feels shitty. This is what hard feels like, and this is why most people can't do it, but you can.
We have to always remember, our purpose will always be there. I have nothing in front of me right now. No race, no nothing. But the purpose is myself. Your mind has to be stronger than your feelings. On those bad days, when you think that you're alone, you just might be. Because you know why? No one else wants to do it. So you be the motherfucker that always gets it done.
The fruit of everything good in life begins with a challenge. And it's not going to come to you, and it's not going to fall in your lap, and it's not going to be something that, oh my God, it just was so simple. It's always going to be difficult.
You can break physically, you can break mentally, you can break your heart, you can break your spirit, and none of those are fun, and all of those are going to leave a mark. But the mark that they leave can be the mark of victory or can be the mark of defeat.
If you quit and you do retire back into the framework of normalcy, you know what they're going to say 10 years from now about you? They're going to say, yeah, he tried.
What do you need help with?
He fucking failed. Just like I knew he would. So you can decide if you want to go down the path and face the criticism, and face the hate, and face the frustration, and face the pain, and use it as fuel, and then go on to fucking win, or do you want to retire into the framework of normalcy? And then do you want to listen to them 10 years from now talk about how you almost made it?
If you turn around and you confront the suffering voluntarily, you find out that you are way tougher than you think. It's not that life is better than you think. Life is as harsh as you think. It might even be worse. And you are way tougher than you think. If you turn around and confront it.
Every time you break, and in every way that you break, while it's definitely a chance for you to give up and for you to just to fall apart, but there's also opportunity. There's opportunity to get stronger, get smarter, and get faster, and get tougher, and get more skilled, and get more resilient, and get better. A bunch of pain that forces you. That's why when you think about the mentality of greatness, there's no greatness. I be on top of Tuesday, Tuesday on top of Wednesday, Wednesday on top of Thursday. That's all over. That's all over. That's all over. That's all over. Once I feel it, once I see where I was broken, then I can attack that weakness. I can fill in that gap. I can reinforce that breach. If you break, it means it's time to fortify your will to make it stronger.
At the end of every day, you look yourself in the mirror and you ask yourself, did I get better today? If the answer is yes, and you do that for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, how much better are you going to be? Are you getting better every single day? That's the question. And it's just taking small steps. You don't try to get it all done in one day, in 1 week, in 1 year. It's the process of getting better every day and doing that for a period of years that then create the masterpiece.
You have to make mistakes. You've been there, you feel it, you understand what it is, and then you have that time to adjust. That's why losing in life is so important. Whether it's getting dumped getting fired, losing a game, loss, those feelings where things didn't work out your way, that's important because it lets you know this is the bad feeling that comes when it goes wrong and you improve, and then it makes the good feelings of victory all the better.
Stop this one now. No, let me finish. I gotta prove it. Prove what? I'm not mistaken.
Top 36.
You gotta be willing to fail. If you can't
Just for
fail,
fucking
what I learned
kicks.
in the gym is you gotta go out there and fail. Most people who've won big have failed big. I want you to fail, and I want you to get up and do it again. Same thing in life, it's the same thing here. If you can do this, you can do anything. Anything. Right now, you're 5% away. 5% away from being a champion.
And a lot of us have these two people. You got greatness way over there, but you decide to live in this space over here because between greatness, between this space here and greatness,
4, 5, 6,
there's so much space to live and work.
9.
If you're gonna do it, do it.
10.
You can't do it. Don't say you can do it.
Top 37. Say a prayer.
Dip a toe.
Up to heaven.
Try it out.
37.
Now, if you're gonna try it out beforehand, when it's time to go, dive. Finish it and find out. Come out the other side. Don't leave it and go, ooh, if I just would. That keeps me up at night. I think it keeps a lot of us up at night. When you half-ass something, you just don't know whether you failed or succeeded, got what you want or didn't get what you want. Finding out and looking in the mirror and going, I didn't half-ass it. I went all the way. I found out that ain't for me. Or I found out, damn right, that is for me.
What would you do if you weren't afraid? And I love thinking about that when I'm thinking about big life decisions. Like, what would I do if I weren't afraid? And it's usually like the big one, the bigger thing. I really want to do, but I'm afraid to do it. It's like, that's what I should do.
Became homeless, lost everything I owned, lived in the car for 3 years. I kept telling them jokes. My mother,
38.
my sisters, all
Feeling fucking great.
Get out of that, man. You ain't making no money. You can't tell no jokes. I just kept on. Never wait on the right time, because the right time, you never come. All that, you won't get my ducks lined up in the room. No, you won't. So if you wait on the right time, you'll never make the move. You have to go.
I know what darkness looks like. I know what it feels like to be alone with no motivation, no drive, no passion. For the first 27 years of my life, it was just darkness. But if you are able to get up every morning, have no passion, no drive, no motivation, no shit, and still get up with that kind of fire, you will be successful in life. I guarantee you that.
Nothing that you need is easy.
Observe next to now a subject known for endurance. That tracks. Analysis reveals signs of damage. With that becomes 34 times stronger with one use. Nexus.
Top 39.
Science.
Looking good and feeling fine. 39.
Hi. Do you like shrimp?
What?
Oh, I'm going to Vegas.
I like shrimp.
Consistency, 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 man. That's the name of the game, bro. Don't get much simpler than that. Grind every day, one foot in front of the other, bro. I promise you, you're gonna be lapping these folks, bro. Give it a year. Watch what happens.
Consistency. He's like, you have to make sure that you're inconsistent. He's like, because if you are consistent and you have none of the other attributes, he's like, you still might be successful. He's like, it's very tough for people who are consistent to not be successful. And he makes an especially pointed point about consistency, because in my opinion, it's one of the most difficult of the virtues for humans to do, because we're so attracted to novelty.
And so, like, the consistency of work, Monday, get better. Tuesday, get better. Wednesday, get better, right? And you do that over a period of time. Not like 1 month or 2 months. I mean, it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, and then you get to where you want to go.
1 day in the gym is basically imperceivable.
10.
2 days in the gym. You
Pop,
don't
pop.
recognize any change whatsoever.
400 in the
100
bag.
days in the gym.
We got 300 left, champ. Let's go.
And you're almost a new person.
And along this journey, when I started losing weight, and I had so many bad days in my life, so many bad days from growing up, even now. Well, nobody's fucking there but David Goggins. God was there. But God said, hey, motherfucker, I'm testing you today.
I just don't stop. Man, I'm gonna just be consistent. Now I might alter my aim, but I just don't stop. You know how when most people get a break and they're like, oh, it's a break. I'm about to cheat. I'm gonna keep going. So I never have to get to that mind state of, all right, I gotta get back going again. I gotta readjust. I gotta put it back on the wall again. I'm gonna just keep going, keep going, keep going. I'm gonna alter it certain days. I might adjust it certain days, might pivot certain days, but I'm gonna try my best to stay consistent.
There have been so many times in my life where I knew I needed to do something, and then I filled all this extra time not doing that thing. And then the moment I did it, I was like, wow, that took way less time than I thought it was going to take. And not only that, it took way more time than it took me to delay to actually get to this point. And if I had only started with just doing what I was supposed to do, I could have done 4 or 5 other things that I was also supposed to do by this exact same point. And so thinking about it from that perspective, I've tried to eliminate as much time between I think I should do this thing and the beginning doing it.
Those days when I'm tired or worn out or just basically sick of the grind. Well, what do I do on those days? I go anyways. I get it done, even if I'm just going through the motions. I go through the motions.
One way to think about it is just kind of basic math. Like if you just look at the numbers, if you were able to improve by 1% each day for an entire year, and those gains compound, you would end up 37 times better at the end of the year. And if you were to get 1% worse, you would whittle yourself almost all the way down to 0. What's interesting here is that everybody wants a transformation, right? Everybody wants a radical improvement, one rapid success. But we fail to realize that small habits and little choices are transforming us every day already.
Dreams don't happen overnight. You don't never know how long it's gonna take or exactly what it'll look like when you get there. The only thing you know is you can never stop. What's your dream? Are you willing to do what it takes to make that dream a reality? Not while you're sleeping, but every darn day you wake up.
I know of no better life purpose than to perish in attempting the great and impossible. The fact that something seems impossible shouldn't be a reason to not pursue it. That's exactly what makes it worth pursuing. Where would encouraging greatness be if success was certain and there was no risk? The only true failure is shrinking away from life's challenges.
It's scary sometimes to accept the dream that you have. It's scarier still to say, okay, I want that. It's scary because you're afraid that if you put your heart and soul into it and you fail, then how are you going to feel about yourself? Right? So being fearless means putting yourself out there and going for it. No matter what, go for it. Not for anybody else, but for yourself.
This comfort zone I'm in is a fucking danger zone. It's a danger zone because what is it doing? It's stopping me from your true potential. It's comfortable. I don't want to step out here because I don't know that area. Well, that area is going to give you. You got to rest it, right? And every reward's huge. Yeah, I got a little bit of pain right now. And my pain is a little short. I got all this reward, pride, my hands and everything else. Now take that into my next endeavor. The next job.
41.
That's going to be chance.
Just for
Don't let
fun.
anyone
41.
say you can't do something. Don't let your mind say, oh, I can't do it anymore. It's your body. You can. You just got to push past it. We stop ourselves before we really need to be stopped.
Work day and night. Really do as many things, learn as much as you can, fail as often as possible.
Every family deserves to have a winner. I think it should be you. But you also have to disconnect, unplug your umbilical cord from the belly button of average and plug yourself into the mindset of a winner, which is a winner does more expected every single time, no matter how they feel, no matter the circumstances. A winner shows up 10x times more than the average person.
You are making.
This is what I motherfucking do.
This is the hardest decision to this is the better decision. This is what's going to move me forward. This is what's going to give me what I want. When you think about it like that, it makes it a lot easier to get off your ass and go fucking do it.
How far can I go? You know, I'm 38 this year. You know, how long can I push my own limits? And I don't feel like I do have limits. And I feel like the limits are normally constructs in our mind.
So yes, it is absolutely normal to not feel like doing it. There is not a single person who has ever achieved anything that you want to achieve that has felt like it every single day.
4,
When I was going for training,
6,
we had to carry these heavy ass boats on our heads.
8,
We had 6 people carrying these boats. The heaviest part of the boat is the front.
10.
So the weaker people,
Pop 43.
the very back of the boat.
Get off that
A
ass.
lot of people in life out here are riding in the back of the boat.
You come get it with me before you fucking 3.
You're part of a team. In life, it's important to not always trash. Sometimes you gotta lead or block to fucking win. Stay hard.
Until you win, effort always goes unnoticed. Get used to it. No one roots for you until everyone roots for you. That's just how it works.
Success is very, very, very simple. It's very simple, okay? It is the matter of winning one day, and then the next day, and then the next day, and then the next day. It is one win at a time, one day at a time, 1 week at a time, 1 month at a time, and you accumulate that over the course of a year. You know, good things start to happen.
There's purity in physical pursuits, right? Because it doesn't matter what your social status is. It doesn't matter how people perceive you. When it comes down to how long can you stay in that pool, when it comes down to how far can you run, when it comes down to how much can you push yourself past the part where you want to quit, how far can you keep going? There's a purity in that it dissolves social order, all that bullshit, all the what people think about you goes out the window. It's who are you right now?
And so if you win enough days, you win the week. If you win enough weeks, you win the month. If you win enough months, you win the year. If you win enough years, guess what you win? You win your life. All right? And that is a very simple, very honest, very true, fail-safe system of getting where you want to go. It's the only system that I've ever seen that I believe, if you execute, is completely foolproof. I believe that if you execute powerless,
we got 260 fucking more.
You not get where you want to go. You can't miss.
Everybody gets one chance to do something great. Most people never take the chance, either because they're too scared or they don't recognize it when it spits on their shoes. This is your big chance. You shouldn't let it go by.
Don't do things just because you think you're going to get something for it. That's not why we do things. Yeah. Do what's interesting to you. Follow what's interesting. Don't worry about the outcome.
Yeah.
We don't know. We can't predict the outcome. We can never predict the outcome. Follow your own inner guide. It directs us. It might not make sense. It might not make sense to us. Might not make sense to anyone else. Certainly won't make sense to anyone else. But it might not even make sense to us. And that's okay. It's fine. Listen to yourself. Why is it telling you this?
You know what passion is? Passion is an emotion. It's an emotion without an action. Passion will get you nowhere. Inner drive will get you nowhere unless you act on it. You have to act on your passion. You have to act on your inner drive. Don't let those feelings stay inside you. You got to know what to do with them. You got to know how to make them work in order to get what you want.
10.
It was very uncomfortable.
Pop 45. They got him alive.
Was being on a diet. Was very uncomfortable, was trying to face things that I wanted to start callousing my mind. I wanted to start becoming a better person. And how you become a better person, how you gain mental toughness, how you become the person you want to be, is constantly facing the things that you face.
That's the thing. Success and failure are generally slow processes. Either slowly building things up or gradually tearing them down. And that's why I say you've got to pay attention.
On Apartments.com, you can rent your place faster, but you can save
Oh, and deals, more deals, price line. I should know. I negotiated them.
Ugh, not today. Hello, Noto.
Master Holland the Furious.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Check out these deals of the week at Walgreens.
10. Top 46. We do this shit just for fucking kicks.
Shop weekly deals at your store or at Walgreens.com.
I believe that everything happens for a reason. People change so that you can learn to let go. Things go wrong so that you can learn to appreciate them when they're right. And sometimes good things fall apart so better things can fall together.
Somewhere along the line, figure out how to just go as hard as you can, but also enjoy it. Try to enjoy it, because that changes the whole tone of the experience, and I think that makes you more successful.
And remember, they showed me exercise. I say, do that. They say, no.
6.
Never say you can't do it. Say, I haven't done it yet.
9.
And that's true with everything. It's like there's nothing that you can't do. You may not have done it yet.
Pop 47. Say a prayer.
Really practice.
Up to heaven. 47.
No matter how well you can do it.
Find something. Find a thing that you genuinely enjoy, because getting good at the things you genuinely enjoy is extremely beneficial for young people, because it lets you know that, like, everybody thinks they're a loser. Every young person thinks they're a loser. At least a young person in the situation I was at. Like, I didn't know I wasn't a loser until I started winning.
The solution to your problem is not going to be found in the problem. It's not going to be found in there. You have to get out of the problem so that you can look at it, make an assessment, and you can assess how to solve the problem or whether you need to solve the problem or not.
The handle being the wrong part is what it takes and how much work you have to do. And that is very long. And once you get to where you start to see results, the results go up very, very quick.
You can believe you're not worthy of
48.
and still attain it.
I'm feeling fucking great.
Things are going to go badly and still succeed. You can grip and grasp and fear and ruin the enjoyment and be totally unwarranted, and things still go well. You can have no self-belief and show up anyway. You can want yourself without knowing exactly what that looks like. You can doubt the process, question your talent, be uncertain that you're making progress, disparage your accomplishments, permanently feel like you're not working hard enough no matter how hard you work, never give yourself a break, fail to fully feel gratitude, be terrified of never reaching your goals, and still end up in a place that your 20-year-old self could not imagine you'd ever get to.
How can I work hard for something and my performance is not based upon the outcome? How can I work and my effort and my motivation and my drive is not based upon what the product will be, but more based upon me taking pride in what I do? And so I came up with this thing called process over product, and I firmly believe the process saved my life. And what I mean by the process, I'm talking about the way I handle my business on a daily basis and the way I go about every single aspect of my life. I live by this thing called empty the bucket.
You want to be more disciplined? Get after it. That's it. Get up early, do some kind of workout, eat good foods, clean your room, make a list of things that you're supposed to do in your life, and then wake up in the morning and do those things that you put on the list. That's what discipline is.
2,
and no, 3, it is not easy.
4,
You're not going to get it from anyone else but you.
7,
and it's worth it. And it is the thing that is going to bring you.
We don't experience life. None of us do.
Pop 49.
So in any moment, what's wrong is always available. So it's right. So it's not about being positive. It's about being intelligent. You know, you gotta look at the impact of what you're believing. And you gotta look at it and say, you know, where's my focus going? I could always be upset about something. I could always find something to be joyous or at least grateful for, which leads to joy.
And when people hear it, they think it's a cute slogan. Empty the bucket, but what they don't understand, it's an unspoken law, and empty the bucket is an unspoken law of accountability and responsibility to me on this earth and my existence, and everybody that's connected to me. I may be crazy, but I don't know. I just believe that I'm supposed to give everybody that's connected to me the best version of me.
It's never too late. If you're alive, you can get better. If you're alive right now, you can improve your condition. You can improve your situation, and it starts with improving the way you think. That's the most important thing. The way you think of things, the way you think of things, the way you address things, you've got to change that. And you got to look at things objectively, and you got to be brutally honest with yourself. And the more you bullshit yourself, the more it's going to be difficult. You're literally throwing weights on your back and making it harder to move forward.
It's all on you. And as long as you get that, the rest of your life get better.
It's that when it feels scary to jump, Ian, that is exactly when you jump.
1,
Otherwise,
2,
you end up staying in the
3,
same place your whole life.
4,
This 30 seconds
6,
is your life
7,
passing you by.
8,
An opportunity to change. It's your prerogative. You want to go down the path.
Top number 50.
Of your life.
That's 500 in the bag. We only got 200 left. For you egg-headed motherfuckers that didn't finish the 3rd fucking grade.
Legacy exists.
I don't believe in talent. I'm here because I worked hard my whole life. Without that work, no one in this room would know who I am except my family. So to all the kids around the world watching, paying attention, and aspiring to be like one of us, watch the magical ride you go on.
What do champions have that I don't have? He said they have it backwards. He said it's what do champions not have that I have? It's what do they lack? And it's an off button. They just don't stop. They just never stop. They just can't stop. Everything in their life is geared towards one goal.
You see, power, real power, doesn't come to those who are born strongest, or fastest, or smartest. No, it comes to those who will do anything to achieve it.
In order to be the best, in order to reach that next level, you can no longer be interested. Interested is a hobby. You can be interested in many things. You can fall in and out of your interest, but your obsession stays with you all the time. You have to become obsessed.
Apollo Creed was his champ. Rocky had taken his soul. Had literally taken his soul. His head goes down, he looks at me, are you? I wanted to be that, not Rocky. I wanted to be the guy that people looked at. I don't care if you like me or didn't like, I don't care. But said, this motherfucker's gonna keep coming after whatever the fuck is in front of him. I wanted that. I wanted that worse than anything in the world.
I've always figured that life was a tournament, they're not going there to try and win. There's really no point in me going. That's the attitude I've had my entire life, and that's the attitude I'll always have.
Are you the kind of person who knows things? Things like you can get a domain from Squarespace, not just a website? Well, now you are that person, because now you definitely know you can get a domain from Squarespace. Something like whisperingbloom.com for your silent retreat, or whisperingbloom.com for your shouting retreat. Whatever your dream, a Squarespace domain and website brings it to life, all in one place. Get yours before it's gone with offer code MAKEITREAL for 10% off your domain or website. Terms and conditions apply.
If you wake up in the morning and it kills you to get in the shower, put your clothes on, get in that car and drive to your job, you hate it so bad, get out. You are in the wrong place. You don't belong there. I'm telling you, you don't belong there. You know it. You know you don't belong there. You're just scared to make that move.
You will fail in your comfort zone. Success is not a comfortable procedure. It is a very uncomfortable thing to attempt. So you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable if you ever want to be successful. Start putting some pressure on. Put some pressure on yourself. Get out here and get about it.
Life is very short. Way too short to be miserable and get up and drive to a miserable job that you hate every day. It's just, life's too short for that. Get up and go out. As long as you know what you want to do, you wake up every day grinding and just working toward that goal.
Stay home, man. Stay home and do your thing. Good luck to you. I wish you all the luck in the world. There's going to be a small group of hungry savages out there that are going to run every one of you over. And you can sit home and you can cry and complain about how you didn't get yours and it's because this person had this opportunity that you didn't have. It's all crybaby stuff.
Shut off your phones, shut off all technology, find a dark, quiet place for you to think. You have to think first.
Believe that that's what parts you exist.
Believe it within you. Because they had never achieved it. Had to believe it. When everyone else said it wasn't possible, they said it was. And there they stand. Boom, did it. Your turn.
You're not scared of losing. You're scared of people watching you lose. You're not scared of trying. You're scared of people watching you try. You're not scared to start with nothing. You're scared of people watching you start with nothing. But the truth, no one is watching as closely as you think. And even if they are, their opinions are not predictions of the future, just reflections of their own insecurities. So start now, fail fast, learn quicker, and keep. Their judgment doesn't define you. Unless.
So if you want to change the world,
Pop 51.
start by making your bed.
Come get
if you
your
make
son.
your bed every morning, you will have accomplished the first task of the day. It will give you a small sense of pride, and will encourage you to do another task, and another, and another. And by the end of the day, that one task completed will have turned into many tasks completed. Making your bed will also reinforce the fact that the little things in life matter. If you can't do the little things right, you'll never be able to do the big things right. And if by chance you have a miserable day, you will come home to a bed that is made.
1, 2,
that you made.
3, 4.
And a made bed gives you encouragement that tomorrow will be better.
I get happier about the harder it is because I know that no one else will fall. And I think if you can shift from this is hard
Pop 52.
no one else will be able to do this.
Blow it up for me, YouTube.
It flips from being this thing that you're like, oh, for me to, oh, for everyone else who's going to have to try. And I think that is so much more motivating as a frame for the exact same circumstance. The consistency of work. Monday, get better. Tuesday, get better. Wednesday, get better, right? You do that over a period of time, not like 1 month or 2 months. I mean, it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. And then you get to where you want to go.
Develop the quality of being unstoppable. Say in yourself, no matter what life throws at me, it'll never stop me. No matter how rough it gets, I will never quit. And nothing will ever stop me. Make the decision that you can be tired, you can be worn out, but nothing will ever stop you. That's a wonderful decision. Because then no matter what life throws at you, you pick yourself up. And you say, okay, give it, give it your best shot, as Fonzie says. Nothing is going to stop you. It's a wonderful feeling. It's a wonderful feeling.
Pop 53.
Through discipline,
Get off that ass.
through repetition, through
You come get it with me, 50-3.
You don't want to do. That's the key thing. Through repetition of things you don't want to do, you develop mental, like an armor for your mind. You start to armor your mind. I was like, okay, we suffer every day. That's what we do. We do stuff that sucks every day. So when the suck stuff comes, you're ready for it.
Normal people get normal results. Weird people get weird results. You literally can't do what everyone else does and not expect to get what everyone else has. By doing what everyone else does, you guarantee average results.
When that alarm clock goes off at 4 or 5 in the morning, your mind says no. You just say, this is what we do. It's what we do now. Because to get to where you want to go, the amount of pain involved, I'm not saying physical, I'm not saying you got to break yourself off. The amount of mental pain of how many times you're going to have to do something that you don't want to do to get to where you want to go. It can be more times you do something that you don't want to do than you are going to want to do. And that's your new norm.
Why not believe in it? What's the other option? There is no other option. It's a life forgotten, man. In the acting world, if I go to the audition, I have a chance of getting the part. If I don't go to the audition, I'm at the team. I know the outcome. Nothing. Show up.
Pop 54.
Show up.
We only got 160 more.
You have a chance. You have a voice. I'm doing something that.
It's so easy to be great nowadays, my friend, because most people are weak. Most people don't want to go that extra mile. Most people don't want to find that extra because it sucks. It's miserable. It's lonely.
Believe it within you. Because they had never achieved it. Had to believe it. When everyone else said it wasn't possible, they said it was. And there they stand. Boom, did it. Your turn. Let's say it changes. Every day forward is a better day. No longer are we gonna set grinds and societies run the reason that we are average.
Reminder that if you want to be exceptional, you're going to be different from everyone else. That's what makes you exceptional. You can't fit in and also be exceptional. Both have discomfort. When you fit in, you have internal conflict because you're not being 100% you. When you're exceptional, you have external conflict because everyone sees you as different. Pick one. When your friends start to say, you've changed, remember it's because they don't know how to say, you've grown.
Never wait on the right time, because the right time is
One,
never coming.
2,
All that,
3,
you won't get my ducks
4,
lined up in the room.
5, 6, 7.
Because as you have aspirations, you have
9,
to understand that the devil understands your aspirations too.
10.
The devil's job is to rob you.
Top 55.
Astounded by how many
Thank God I'm still alive.
in life, but also
550 in the
by
bag.
being normal, you
We
are,
only got
by
150
definition,
left.
aiming for average. Normal people get normal results. Exceptional people get exceptional results. You literally can't do what everyone else does and expect to not get what everyone else has got. By doing what everyone else does, you guarantee average results.
What is the best advice you've ever had or received?
Do so much work, it would be unreasonable for you not to be successful.
Time to become a man. Walk forward, peripheral vision. Get it. Own yourself. Walk forward with more courage and start becoming the man you want. Acting like it, put it off.
I am not like everybody else. I don't want to be like everybody else. I have something inside which is burning. And I look around and this life and everything I see is not for me. I'm supposed to be something different. I have to be something about your life or not.
The reality is life is hard, man. We're going to be hit so many times with unexpected hardships. And these unexpected hardships, for most people, crumble them. And the reason they crumble them is because they lack the ability to operate during hard times.
I promise you, these people that are winning win because there is no other option.
If somebody, whether it's yourself or a friend or somebody that's going to say, look, did you do what you said you were going to do by this time? And if you don't, hold your feet to the fire. Because, I mean, just sit around dreaming someday, someday I'm going to get a different job. Someday I'm going to change this. Well, someday ain't a day of the week.
2, 3,
there's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Look on your calendar.
6,
Sunday's not on there. So you got to say, okay, I'm going to take this small step by here, this small step by there, this small step by there, and then pretty soon,
I do this shit just
we
for
don't
kicks.
tall buildings in a single bound. We take it a floor at a time.
Nothing changes in the winner's mind. You understand that? You have to be obsessed. You have to be mission focused. You have to be driven by something greater than what average people are driven by.
You can beat 99% of people if you can master the shame of rejection, the boredom of repetition, and the pain of feedback. You can beat almost anyone at anything if you're willing to fail 20 times in a row, look stupid in front of people that you care about, and keep going long after it stops being convenient.
4,
So let me unpack that for a second.
6,
in 20 hours,
7,
most people can achieve base level of confidence in just about any skill.
9,
Life isn't fair, is it? Doesn't appear to be very fair.
10.
Because, I mean, this is how your story ended up in that.
Pop, 57. Say a prayer.
I don't even know if that's what
Up to heaven, 57.
What are we built for? We're built for maximum challenge. And that isn't the way we view ourselves in the modern world. We view ourselves as built for pleasure.
It's incremental changes over the long haul. And the way you have to look at it is if these two boats are going in a parallel direction and one of them just shifts 5 degrees over the course of time, this boat is going to be in a far different place than the other boat that's going the same way it was always going.
There's no perfect way to live your 20s. You either live them up and become an underskilled 30-year-old, or you work them up and become an underlived 30-year-old. You just have to figure out which you'd rather be, accept the trade-offs, and know that there are no do-overs.
But don't ever sell out for the temporary reward of what the opportunity is today.
6, 7,
believe in the bigger picture.
8,
believe that all these things
9,
are just moments building a wave. The big moment to come.
Pop, 58.
In everybody's
looking
journey,
good and feeling fucking great.
They are so different because they've started to do new things, that they no longer fit in with that old set of friends, but they're not sufficiently developed that they've gained their new set of friends.
Consistency, man. That's the name of the game, bro. Don't get much simpler than that. If you keep going every single day and don't stop, your competition will fall off, bro. These niggas ain't cut like you, bro. They ain't ready for prime time. They ain't trying to really get right. They take days off, this day off, that day off. They lazy. I'm tired of no. Grind every day, one foot in front of the other, bro. I promise you, I'm gonna be lapping these folks, bro. Pressure. Change your pressure. Some people you squeeze up, they focus. Others fold. You summon your talent at will. You can deliver on a deadline. Oh, hang on. Oh, you know the truth. You know the truth. You know the darkness of the dungeons and the demons that fight. You know. And then from there, it's like, oh, okay, you were there. You know this. There was no one there to pick up the rucksack, to pick up the boat, to pick up the log, to go back. It was you. It was you. Back at 300, at 275, at 250, at 200. No, that was you. Be the now what you want to be later.
Pop 59. I'm feeling fucking fine.
Don't have respect later to be the person you want to look in the mirror.
When you're on your way up, everyone roots for you because you remind them of their dreams. When you're at the top, everyone tears you down because you remind them that they gave up on them.
Everyone's like, oh, later in life, I want to do this. Later in life, I want to do that. Later in life is turning around and looking in the mirror right now. That's the later in life. And unless that turnaround is something in progression, later in life, ain't gonna be anything different.
Before, right? Like, I was the underdog, and everyone, my clients were all like, "Oh, good for you! You're going after your dream." They'd see my blanket and my pillow in the corner of the gym. They knew I was sleeping there. It was evident. I lived there. I didn't have a shower. Didn't have a shower. I didn't have a shower. And everybody was like pro me, and the people come in, they sign up, like, I'm gonna support you, right? And then within 9 months, I had hired people and I had a manager, and I pulled up, and I remember I walked in the lobby, and all the same people were like, "Oh, boss man's here. Oh, you're not too good for us now, right?" And I remember being so jarred by the experience. And I was like, "You guys rooted for me." And I was like, and now I did what you said you were rooting for me to do. And that was when I realized that people want you to do well, but not better.
If you believe it, if you really believe that you can
Pop
be
number
something,
60.
if you have that
Feeling
little voice in
mixy.
your head saying,
600
you got talent,
in the fucking
you
bag.
can do this.
We got 100
And follow
left
that voice.
Life isn't fair.
for you egg-headed motherfuckers looking like fucking Frankenstein.
It's testing ground. It's supposed to make us harder. It's supposed to make us as strong as we can, to test us, to drive us. So, mentality is the only thing that gets us through life. I was an underdog. We are all underdogs in life. Even the baddest person in the world should think that way. So you should always have a I've never arrived mentality. And the can't hurt me mentality is no matter where you come from, the sewer or wherever you think you're from. When I got on the sewer, I got to the road and looked around and said, can't hurt me. Nothing should be able to hurt you. If you believe that, it starts to become true.
Why would you not go for it? Why would you not take a chance?
I now see anything is possible, and that you could train for anything. There's nothing you can't do. You can't be the best in the world at something, but you can be a lot better than you are at anything you want to put the time into learning. Whatever it is, you could do anything.
It's the what if I can pull off a miracle. What if I see something, I see opportunity, I'm going to go for it. You know what I'm saying? We only, we're all going to die one day. It's true. So live like that. Live like you could die tomorrow. Go for it.
What's wild about the fear that people have when they're starting out is that they say things like, I have nothing going for me. I have no advantages. I have nothing to my name. I have no money. I have no network. I have no resources. But using Rory Sutherland's reframing, it also means that you have nothing to lose, which makes you incredibly dangerous. And I think people wildly underestimate how many shots on goal you can take when you have nothing to lose. Whereas when someone has something to lose, they have to be more and more selective about the shots they take. And so you have the perfect conditions for taking risks, because the worst case scenario is baseline, is where you're currently at.
Once you change one thing, your mindset, you can attack everything.
But if you want to see if you're a brave person,
0% artificial flavors, 100% delicious waffles. We are gardeners.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
600 in the bag. We got 100 left.
When allergies interrupt game day, the power of Claritin comes to the rescue. Powerful relief for them, peace of mind for you. Dye, sugar, and alcohol-free. Claritin clears.
wait when things go completely to pieces, when things are the worst, when your very best deal falls apart and your rent is late and you're tired and you're sick and everybody's mad at you and your car doesn't work, then it's the person that picks themselves up and says nothing is going to stop me.
Thoughts aren't true. Feelings don't require actions. Things aren't good or bad, they just are. Our greatest enemy is ignorance. To change your life, change your surroundings. Our actions, not our pasts, define who we are.
Develop the quality of being unstoppable. Say to yourself that no matter what life throws at me, it'll never stop me. No matter how
Top 61.
And nothing.
I'm having fun.
Make the decision.
And I'm having a motherfucking ton.
Worn out, but nothing is ever going to stop you. That's a wonderful decision, because then no matter what life throws at you, you pick yourself up and you say, okay, give it your best shot. As Fonzie says, nothing is going to stop you.
I've lost in kickboxing. I've lost in boxing. I've lost in life. I've lost in love. I've lost in family. You don't just win all the time. It's wins and losses. So you roll with the punches.
It doesn't matter how hard you work, that I'm willing to work harder than you.
Excuses will destroy you and take everything that you ever wanted from you if you let them.
No one will out you.
1, 2,
no one.
3.
Stop waiting for life to be easy. Stop hoping for somebody to save you. You don't need another person lying to you.
9.
Things don't all add up.
10.
But you're resilient.
Top 62.
Hard facts.
This is what the fuck I do.
Incredible life.
I've trained 99% of my life alone. No one pat me on the back. I did all of the work alone.
If you want some kind of a good outcome, you're going to have to work hard for it. And if you don't work hard for something, you're not going to get an outcome that's really worth much.
You don't have to feel good about it. You just have to keep going. The feeling will pass, but you will remain. You are greater than your feelings. Going to bed late and waking up early to work for a few days won't kill you. You're not going to burn out. You're doing what it takes. If you're one of those people that push work-life balance, just remember, the people who like working a lot don't. I've never regretted trying harder at anything ever. Hard times last long, but an epic story feels
63.
like a lifetime.
It's time to get back to work. Stop hearing yourself talk. Get off the podcast. Don't be on
Come get it
social
with
media
me.
too much. Cut out all the noise. Get back to the mental lab, because that's where the knowledge came from.
You're going to lose sleep. You'll doubt whether it'll work. You'll stress to make ends meet. You won't finish your to-do list. You'll wonder whether you made the right call and have no way to know for years. This is what hard feels like, and that's okay. Everything worth doing is hard, and the more worth doing it is, the harder it is. The greater the payoff, the greater the hardship. If it's hard, good. It means no one else will do it.
There's no shame to admit that you're afraid, because there's no courage without fear. And when I made peace with that, it changed everything in my life.
Is there any limit to your ambition?
No.
Or any limit to what you think you can achieve?
No. Well, no. Because I think right now, if I was to quit rapping and I say I want to go to the NBA, I would be in the NBA.
No, you would.
Yes.
No, you would.
Yes, I would.
No, you would.
Yes, I would.
Why would you think you could make it to the NBA?
Because I think I can do anything.
So the goal was to be the first one at breakfast. So I set my alarm.
I make sure I'm up by sunrise. I get out of bed, I put on my gear, and I head downstairs.
1,
But when
2,
I get there,
3,
Kobe's
4,
already there.
5, 6,
With ice packs on his knees, drenched in sweat. Now, it took me a minute to figure it out, but this guy wasn't only
Pop 64.
He had already
We
went
only
out.
got 60 more.
He had just played in the finals days earlier. Meanwhile, I'd been off for months and I was still exhausted. What he had done that morning was incomprehensible to me. That dedication he had only days after falling short of an NBA championship. That taught me something I've never forgotten. Legends aren't defined by their successes. They're defined by how they bounce back from their failures.
You have to learn how to fail. I have big dreams. A lot of us have big dreams, big goals. And when you have goals that are maybe outside your reach, you have to know that getting to that goal, you're gonna have a lot of bad days, a lot of setbacks.
Failure is the mother of all success. If it wasn't for Michael Jordan getting cut from his 9th grade basketball team, he wouldn't have became Michael Jordan. You know, if it wasn't for, I seen an article the other day where they were talking about Oprah Winfrey and how she got fired because she wasn't good for television. You know, you got people like Walt Disney who got fired, if I'm not mistaken, from a newspaper saying he had no imagination.
Remember this, nothing worth doing ever came easy.
3,
Following your convictions means you must be willing to face criticism from those who lack the same courage to do what is right.
65.
They know what is right.
Thank God
But they
I'm
don't
alive.
have the courage or the guts or the stamina to take it and to do it.
Being a winner is a curse. It doesn't matter how much you've won before. You're not a winner until you win again. And again, and again. Nothing is enough. No one understands. And you never want it to stop.
Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary.
I always feel like I could do anything. That's the main thing people are controlled by.
1,
Thoughts,
2,
their perception of themselves.
3, 4.
They're slowed down by their perception of themselves.
7,
If you're taught you can't do anything, you won't do anything. I was taught I could do everything.
If you want to be good,
Pop 66.
you really don't have a lot of choices.
I do this shit just for
Because
kids.
it takes what it takes. You have to do what you have to do to be successful. You have to make the choices and decisions to have the discipline and focus to the process of what you need to do to accomplish your goals.
Failure is a massive part of being able to be successful. You have to get comfortable with failure. You have to actually seek failure. Failure is where all of the lessons are. You know, when you go to the gym and you work out, you're actually seeking failure. You want to take your muscles to the point where you get to failure because that's where the adaptation is. That's where growth is. Successful people fail a lot. They fail a whole lot more than they succeed, but they extract the lessons from the failure and they use that the energy and they use the wisdom to come around to the next phase of success.
Whatever which you do,
Pop 67.
misunderstood by everybody.
Say a prayer
Because you're going to be so
up to heaven.
so driven to get there. That's what it takes.
67.
It takes every second of your life. Anybody says balance? Yeah, balance is important for a lot of people. It is. But if you want to go to that edge where people do not like you, don't understand you, question everything you do, you arrived.
In this lifetime, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody except yourself. And after what you've gone through, if you haven't done that by now, it ain't gonna never happen.
When you are misunderstood to the point where people think you're psycho and you're not this and that, why are you at the gym at 1 o'clock in the morning? These guys do doing an op for 13, 14 hours at the Ranger School, man. at the gym. What's wrong?
What?
You would never understand what is wrong with me. And that's why I'm so glad you don't. Right? People don't understand you anymore. You're in that spot of obsession and drive.
You want to become best.
Pop 68.
Now you want to say like you're tired?
Feeling motherfucking great.
Tired? Nobody can. Even
Let those motherfuckers hate.
But you just watch fight.
They need to get off their ass and participate.
They walk out inside the cage, they fight, and they leave. You don't know what happened behind the scenes. This is not your business. Nobody can. So yeah, he was tired. He had some problem. You don't know. You just see how he fight and he go. And for this one, you're intense. If you don't want, tell us.
Unshows and suffering is going to happen in life. Your parents are going to pass away, loved ones are going to die, your relationships are going to break down, your body is going to fail you, you're going to become devil or sick, or destitute. Things are going to happen that you have no control over. And the only way that you can prepare yourself for unchosen suffering is with chosen suffering.
Right.
You can elect to put yourself into a position to become a stronger alloy of whatever the metal is that you're made of. And by purposefully choosing difficult things, you will arm yourself against that situation. It's still going to suck. But think about how much more fragile you would be if you hadn't overcome all this stuff.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
With your name,
8,
this is your choice.
9,
You want to put your name there? Okay, work out. No?
10,
They don't care.
69.
That I am on the universe.
Feeling fine.
Getting smaller. Nobody cares. I'm the only one putting the pressure on you. Nobody gives a damn about it. So that's why they help me to perform now. That's how some of the younger guys say, oh, I'm nervous. How do you... I heard you don't sleep well the night before. I said, yeah, it's true, I don't sleep well. I said, what is your trick? How do you find a way to sleep well? It's like, I don't really sleep well either nowadays. It's like, how do you feel better about it? Like, I just know that I'm not going to sleep well, and it's not going to affect the outcome of the competition. It's just a normal thing. You learn how to deal with it better. You're not going to change it. Yeah. Just accept it. Yeah. The stress is your friend, and that's going to make you react. It's going to be on the edge.
David Goggins, he wrote me last night, and I can't repeat what he said verbatim. The basis of his message was, be the guy who can be ugly and miserable. Be the guy who embraces hard work, the grind. Don't be afraid of being hurt. Don't be afraid to sacrifice some blood.
I was going to rip it hard. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal, most vicious, and most ruthless champion in the There's no one to stop it. Listen to the conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever.
Number 70, feeling so heavenly. 700 in the bag. We got 0. Let's go, champ. Appreciate the love, guys.